I want to be so honest with you. This episode actually started with Sev asking me a very important question. He asked me...
Some parents, they have this expectation of their children.
Yeah.
And they have this pedestal that they put their children and they need them to get to. But if they don't get there, that's when comparison comes.
Some parents compare because they're jealous of another parent's child. Let's call it what it is. Because you covet what someone else's child has, you now all of a sudden want that for your child.
I feel like this whole idea of maturity is one of the reasons for loneliness. If you tell me I'm childish, yes, thank you. But adulthood, we internalize everything. Our heart is a dark void.
An auntie saying to a random young lady in church, like, it seems like you're putting on weight. Like, imagine saying that to someone. Watch what you're eating.
What's your business?
Man, showing control. That's rude. Actually, how about watch what you eat? Because you've been getting big. Yes, auntie, how about that? I need to watch what I eat. You pack the pounded yam. You pack the egusi soup. Panla, bokoti. Everything will be on it. You watch what you eat. Leave the girls alone.
If most parents check within, whatever a child is becoming, check within yourself to realize that you have a package of it inside. A child only amplifies what you give to them.
There are parents who aren't able to overcome their demons and they pass that into their children. And this is my issue with the toxicity of men. We can't keep putting something that's broken in the same situation that's broken. My issue is if you want to save him, you telling him to go back into the fire that's harming him is not going to save him.
I need water.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the World of Our Own podcast. I am your one and sometimes chaotic host, Sam.
And I am Omoba Sev.
That's right, baby. For those of you guys who are new here, because this is very important for us to do, because I want to make sure this is going onto the big wide internet. So I want to make sure that if you're new here, I want you to know why we're here. Do you understand what I mean? Because I was watching back all our podcast materials and I was like, wait, oh my God, like the way we came onto this scene has changed multiple times. So I think it's very important for us to keep reintroducing ourselves, especially for those who are watching for the first time. So you're thinking, oh great, another podcast by two black boys, who gives a damn? You should give a damn.
Oh,
so
yes.
The reason why we're here is because me and Sev are best mates. And we wanted to put the gift of friendship onto a worldwide platform, just so we can give the world the gift of vulnerability, intimacy, and just what it looks like to do life together.
Yes.
And what we do on here is discuss literally all things life. But we do it in a way that is safe, that is accommodating, and that is hopefully sometimes lighthearted. Okay, guys, I want to be so honest with you. This episode actually started with Sev asking me actually a very important question. He asked me, are parents to be blamed for their lives of their children? And that's the direction this podcast episode was going to go in.
Fact.
And I can't lie to you, for about an hour and 30 minutes now, we've been having that conversation. However... the conversation didn't really go to plan. It wasn't given the way... The thing is, the conversation was giving, but it was getting more intense than we planned. Do you understand what I mean? And intense in the terms of, I think this is just a big subject.
Yes.
In the sense of, it's such a big debate. In the sense of, are parents really to be blamed for their lives of their children? Because what he was basically saying is that when he was at work, he was basically discussing with a lot of his colleagues, and he found that a lot of people actually blame
their parents
and actively live in that blame of, I'm here today because of what my parents did to me, or the environment of home that I grew up in, which is fair enough. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
But because of how complex that conversation got, we decided we're not airing that conversation. It's not giving that. So basically what I've done is I found a post online, and it's basically 8 things toxic parents say to their children. And I think it will be good to have kind of a guideline to discuss that whole, are parents to be blamed for everything?
Yes.
Yeah? Are you ready for the first one?
I'm ready.
The first one is making unhealthy comparisons.
I think some parents compare. I think their comparison is coming from the aspect of them trying to ginger something within you to make you realize something.
No. I think you're talking from a very mature perspective. Yeah? You're trying to be very mature. I think that can be true, but also some parents compare Because they're jealous of another parent's child. Let's call it what it is.
Can that be the case?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Of course. Because it's one of them things where...
But they gave birth to the person now. How can they be jealous of somebody else's child?
And that's why it's toxic. So I think there are some parents who, a lot of the time...
So I don't think that is possible.
No, I think there are some parents where...
So you give birth... Somebody will give birth to a child.
Yes.
And be jealous of somebody else's child.
Yeah. I think that's very normal. I think that's very normal.
Jealousy on another child?
Yes. You don't think that's possible? So like, say someone's child is doing better than your child. I think that's a very normal thing that I think parents maybe go through.
You can I think you can wish that, I wish my child is like this, but not like jealous.
But I think it's very possible. I think you can be jealous of someone else's child.
Define jealousy. Maybe I'm
jealous as in like, so say for example, say your brother's child, for example, he's grown up and he's become this really successful lawyer. Do you understand what I mean? And now you have your child who hasn't, for example, managed, so they've gone to uni, but they've not managed to go in the route of the child that's become a successful lawyer. Do you understand what I mean? And because you're jealous of that unsuccessful lawyer, you're now placing unrealistic expectations on this child that you have, in the sense of, you have to go to law school, you have to keep doing these exams, you have to keep showing up for these exams, and it's like, your child doesn't even want to do that anymore. Do you understand what I mean? I'm just talking about what's driving the comparison. I think different things can drive the comparison. Yeah, different things can... I want better for my child. I also think it can be driven by jealousy for someone else's child. Because you're jealous of what someone else's child has, you now want that for your child, when it's not even what you were directed to in the first place. Yeah, and realistically, it's covetousness, like it's coveting. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. Because you covet what someone else's child has, you now all of a sudden want that for your child. Yeah. Whereas, was that the intention and the purpose for your child in the first place?
Honestly, I think this is something that is rampage in African home. Whereby, the parent just wants so much for their children in terms of life in general. Whereby, because in African home, just like what you mentioned earlier, BTech and A-level. To African home, even what is now apprenticeship. Apprenticeship is a no-no.
It's like bottom of the barrel.
In fact, it's as if you didn't go to school. So like in African home, they consider that. No, don't let me use African home. Let me just say in some homes they consider that as a no-go area. It's as if why are you doing BTech? Is it not other people that are doing university or whatever?
And this is my issue. Your child could be educationally challenged. That's a real thing. Yeah. Because of certain mental ailments, your child may not be able to process school in that way. But obviously, you're looking at other children. Majority of the population will be okay at traditional education and at school. But there are, for example, children on the spectrum, for example. There's some people on the spectrum who just don't learn in the way traditional school teaches. But because you're looking at every other child and you're thinking, right, every other child is doing fine in school, why the hell can you not do fine in school? There was this story about this guy I was listening to who had ADHD, and it was really hard for him to struggle and focus in school. And his parents were literally like, you can't take this ADHD test. There's nothing wrong with you. All you need to do is concentrate. Your child has a mental ailment that you choose to ignore just because you're looking and comparing to every other child. Yeah. But you're unable to see how unique and special your child is, in the sense of his brain is not working like the brain of the other people's, which means the way you train him and the way you bring him up in education has to be different.
There's no those kind of illness in African home.
Yeah, no, it doesn't exist.
So ADHD has no meaning in
ADHD
Africa.
Is the demon.
ADHD, they will cast our mind. They will cast it out. If it's for you to go to Orioke, you go to Orioke. Yeah. They'll cast it out. I think there is no other educational, children also making their parent aware of the fact that, this is a real thing. Let me try it out. Because I know people that going to school it doesn't help them. They go but practically they are brilliant. Right? And in that kind of scenario, if you enforce that child to just go to school, they will not be the best version of themselves.
Obviously, as you said, you want the best for your child. And I think majority of parents is that foundation of, I really, really want the best for my child. But that best that you want for your child is now blinding you from actually learning who that child is.
Fact.
You've taken your best from the definition of what the rest of the world is showing you, but that child is an individual. I think before you can understand the best for your child, you have to understand who is this child, who is this individual, how is he changing, how is he growing, how is he adapting to his environment, what's actually going on in school. Do you understand what I mean?
Fact.
Why is he behaving like this? I think I would just speak to the African culture. I think part of what hurts some of the African culture is ignorance and choosing to remain ignorant and choosing not to educate yourself. Criticism towards, this number 2 by the way, criticism towards a child for acting like a child. Well, because I am a child.
Yeah, what else? A child will be a child.
A child will be a child. Child.
See, even if I'm 30 something, I'm a child for you. I'm your child.
Yeah.
So let me be a child. I feel like this whole idea of maturity is one of the reasons for loneliness.
Oh, as in...
I promise you, bro.
Okay. Like be mature,
Maturity,
act like an adult.
maturity is a lonely place. You know that lonely adito, bang, 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 bang. That's maturity. Because what do they define maturity as? You're not free. Being a child, I want to be a child. Adulthood is, I don't want to say it's a scam.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Adulthood is a scam. I think, to be honest, traditional adulthood sucks the life out of you.
Let me be a child.
Yeah.
In everything, if you tell me I'm childish, yes, thank you.
So be it.
Yes, thank you. You to go and learn how to be a child. Because being for me personally, I feel like being childish it just shows the freedom in you. Why does the Bible say we should be like a child? It's because children have free mind. Like you can offend a child right now and he has forgiven you in the next second. He will still play with you. But adulthood, we internalize everything. Like our heart is a dark void. is a dark void. What do they call it? Obituary or whatever. No. You know, like a black, a deep black void.
Yeah.
What do they call that thing now?
Black hole.
Yeah, not even black hole. Like, it's a deep void that there is so many things in there. And for me, I don't want to see what people want is for you to be stern, to be stiff.
Yeah.
If you're not stiff, you're childish. If you're free,
So you're saying people use it as a label or an attack to stiffen you up or to put you in a box?
Exactly. You're definitely. So that is adulthood. And to be stiff is not to be is not to be childish.
So you think the word childish
It's being used wrongly.
You think it's even insulting to children to use
You feel like children are not. Meanwhile, even the Bible says we should go and learn from them. He even said we should go and learn from ants that is even beneath us.
Criticism of a child's physical appearance.
Oh, do parents do that?
Oh yeah, especially mums to ladies, to their daughters, can do it a lot.
Oh yeah, like that body shaming. See, let's not even go into that one because
you're ugly. It baffles me how a parent can ever say that to a child.
No, she's you.
No, facts.
You're basically saying you're ugly.
She's actually the reflection. Why would a parent ever get to that point? I don't understand.
But at the other hand, I would say some people, they don't mean it in a harmful way though.
Even though you don't mean it in a harmful way, it's harmful, period. How about that?
Because in Africa,
that's what I'm saying. A lot of aunties, even to people that aren't
just
their
say
daughters,
they just say it jokefully.
Yeah, but don't. Don't. No, but that's different. That's like playful bullying. That's different. In a way.
It's the same, or?
No, it's different. For example, an auntie saying to a lady, to a random young lady in church, like, it seems like you're putting on weight. That's insane.
It's a compliment, though.
No, but they're saying it like concerned.
With a concerned tone.
Yeah, like
My daughter. It seems like you're getting it. But how can they say
like concerned. They're like, oh,
Shukura? O ti ń gé anyway too.
or
No,
ma showing cotton je. Like imagine saying that to someone.
what?
Ma showing cotton je.
Don't ever say that again. Not in this planet of Earth that we're in. Mash up. Sam,
I said it well.
I promise you I don't even understand. I've tried to decode it. Pip. I promise I can't pick two of
Ma showing ma showing cotton je.
back in it. Sam, we're not doing this.
Do you not know what I'm saying? Like, watch what you're eating.
Ah,
No.
say that in English again. Don't do Yoruba. Please. We're not doing that.
Watch what you're eating, or maybe it's just showing cotton je.
No. Sam, oh God. I need water. Sam, I'm sweating internally.
Okay, tell me how to say it then.
Ma ṣọ́ nǹkan tó ń jẹ.
That's what I basically said.
Sam, you didn't say that. Ma ṣọ́ nǹkan tó ń jẹ.
Man showing cotton je.
But that sounds concerning. What's your business?
Man showing cotton je. That's rude. That's
Yeah.
not even concerning. That's rude. Your mouth deserves a slap. How about that? Huh? No, actually, how about watch what you eat? Because you've been getting big. Yeah, how about that? Huh? Yes, auntie, how about that? No, I need to watch what I eat. You will pack the pounded yam, you will pack the egusi soup, panla, bokoti, everything will be on it. Goat meat, you want to pack the plate's overfilling. You watch what you eat. Leave the girls alone. Ow! Man showing control jet, shut up.
Sam, I promise you, the amount of aunties that will come for you, I'll be on my own.
Shut your mouth.
No.
What? Some people have no boundaries. I'm so sorry. It's until you create... Obviously, you don't need to be as rude as I'm being. But it's until you create that boundary, some aunties won't shut up on your case. I'm so sorry.
Good.
Demos Mushanu. Close your lips.
You even speak Igbo. I didn't know you.
Close your lips. Go and watch what you're eating. You're disrespectful. But to be fair...
So some people will come out.
But to be fair, in fact, let me not...
Some people will even
Hey,
come.
my heart. Maybe God is warning.
You see? This is what I'm telling you.
But to be fair, I do think, I will say this. Sorry, Nigerian aunties. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I do actually think maybe they do mean it from a place of concern. Like,
Maybe.
but
Or-
it's
but
derogatory.
it's the one
it's
that
not nice.
the one that doesn't sound good is they will come. Ashoti uni. Jesus is Lord. That one is painful, especially if the person is not pregnant.
Yeah, that's. I just think we're not as a
I don't
nation.
think people
we're not really as mindful.
People are not mindful.
Yeah, we're not as mindful.
They are not demure.
They're not demure.
What's the other one?
They're not cutesy.
They are not cutesy.
At all.
Oh, cutesy.
Yeah, guys, we just need to be a bit more mindful. Let's leave our fellow Nigerian daughters and let's approach them with more kindness.
Even our fellow Nigerian sons, just let everyone be.
Yeah.
Like, don't show too much concern to be throwing shade. Like, everybody have a lane. Let's everybody understand their lane and just coordinate their lane. Like, your parent did not come to you and say, oh, some parents do anyway. But yeah, let's not even go there. But like, I think that one is painful though.
I mean,
because the girl will go home and be,
for real.
What have I done?
Simply put, mind your business. Because the thing is, there's some people who are not going to tell you that to your face. Mind your business. But actually, I'm so sorry. Some aunties and uncles need to hear mind your business. Because until you have it, you're not going to leave me alone.
Fact.
The amount of things that, because there was something that people were coming up to me in church about a lot. It wasn't until I had to tell someone, don't ask me that question again. They did open their mouth to ask me again. Come and fight me. What?
Good you did
What? Do not ask. I'm an adult. You are an adult. Set those boundaries unless people will continue to cross them.
Fact.
You have to set those boundaries. There are definitely ways you can do it respectfully. Telling to someone to not ask your question again is not disrespectful. Don't let anyone fool you. I'm so sorry.
Yes. More agree.
Don't let
agree.
anyone fool you. He said I should never. And what about it? And what about it, Pookie? Because clearly you will continue to always cross your boundary. It's because you didn't respect yourself. That's how someone speaks to you disrespectfully.
Yes.
Let me not come across trouble in people's homes.
Please don't. Feel free. Like, I hate when you are confrontational in public just to pass across something. I promise you I won't listen to you.
Yeah, it's not going to run.
Like, it won't... look, if everything you say, I promise you, you're just going in the bin. Yeah. Because... It won't go nowhere.
You weren't mindful enough.
It won't. You're that.
You weren't mindful enough.
You are not mindful enough to know the environment.
25-year-old. You want to be treating anyhow.
Like, wow.
I'm so
conversation
sorry.
That you're meant to call me and we discuss it in person.
One-on-one.
You're not saying it in public.
Yeah.
Where everybody is.
Don't do that.
And everybody will not be looking towards the direction where we are.
Don't do that. Yeah.
No way.
I can't it's not until you address certain things, parents, aunties, uncles are not going to change the way they behave. Because to be honest, okay, you don't need to come at it from like a really strong, disrespectful place. A lot of it does come from ignorance. But the fact is, sometimes you have to teach someone in harshness unless they would understand it. There's no soft, oh, auntie, I didn't like the way, no, sometimes if you're going to address me in public, I will address you in public. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. I make that boundary very clear. I don't care if you want to call me disrespectful. I don't want to care if you want to call me nonchalant. If you were to address me like this at work, and by the way, yes, you're not my family. You're not my cousin. You're not my direct auntie. You're a friend of my parents. Please, I don't owe you anything.
Fact.
I'm so sorry. I do not owe you anything. So I'm definitely not gonna disrespect you just because that's not the type of person I am.
Yep.
But I will tell you straight up, this ain't going to run. I'm so sorry. There's no, I'm an adult and I'm also a 28-year-old man. This isn't going to run. Point blank, period. Is it because I don't have children you think I'm not an adult?
And I think that's what it is. Sam, don't know. Something is ringing in my mind. But am I a bad influence?
What do you mean? Oh, the way you're just encouraging me? It's true, you know? And I'm talking wild.
You know,
I'm talking wild right now.
I watch this podcast here and I ask myself, wait, are you a bad influence? No. Wait, am I a bad influence?
No, I don't think you are. That's honestly how I live my life. And it's so crazy because I'm a PK, but I made a conscious decision that I'm not going to allow any uncle or auntie to do me anyhow in church. Absolutely not. That's not going to run. You must be educated and know that there is a way you approach me. I'm so sorry because I wouldn't want it to run for my little brother. I wouldn't want it to run for another young girl in church who's feeling disrespected by another auntie. Absolutely not. So I'm going to set that precedent for myself. No, it's not going to run with me. And by the way, this doesn't just go for uncles and aunties. It goes for people around my age. Yeah. If they want to cross boundaries with me.
Fact. Anyway, thank God you know me.
Warn yourself. Warn yourself.
You have your life. I have my life.
Anyhow, just don't do things anyhow. Be very mindful.
Vladimir.
Be very mindful. That's it.
QC.
That's all we ask, guys. Whether it's auntie, whether it's uncle, whether it's friend, whether it's stranger, just be mindful. And I can say that I'm very mindful.
I'm very mindful.
I can't lie to you. I'm very mindful.
Oh yes.
If it doesn't concern me, it doesn't concern me.
Oh, why do people like stressing themselves? We are so privileged, oh.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
We are actually so privileged. In some home, they'll call that child.
Yeah.
Why are you
what I'm
so
saying.
dumb?
It's
like
crazy.
Straight up in the face of a child.
Yeah. I was saying it to Seth earlier when we were recording that, fam. Like, it's recent I've realized that I am very privileged. when it comes to the family I've been born into. Because even reading some of these things, I would say the most out of all of this is just comparison.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've never had my parents call me ugly. I've never had my parents call me fat. I've never had my parents complain about having me. Some people are going through bears in their homes.
Yeah.
When I deep, like, maybe, I don't think I give my parents a hard time that much. I think the hard time I give them is enough for them. They deserve it.
You, this guy.
No, I don't mean it like that, but I said, like...
Oh, yeah, rephrase it. Take it back.
I think I don't give them more than a hard time than they deserve. I don't think that's any better. To be honest, I don't really give my parents a hard time. That's why I feel like the hard time I give them is enough.
No, for what? So that's how bad.
Really? But that's what I'm saying. Okay, let's range it out of 10. The hard time I give my parents is maybe a 1 or 2. You know? And you don't deserve 0. They tried their best. But of course, when you try your best, there's a certain percentage that you didn't try. But you have to give them the grace because they're just human.
Yeah.
And to be honest, in fact, they don't even deserve a hard time at all. I take it back, okay? They don't deserve a hard time.
But you gave it.
I gave it to them because sometimes what they did warranted it. So
you made it worse.
You stop asking me questions.
Okay,
no, even these days, I'm telling myself that something like you got to chill on your parents. You are so blessed. Anyone would pray to have the issues you had in your family compared to the issues that they're having. Is what I'm trying to say. That like anyone would pray to be in your position. So the fact that you may feel a certain way about your parents and maybe the way that they've raised you and maybe certain things that they may not have paid attention to.
But not everybody will be able to handle your shoe like you handle.
Oh, it's true. Now, everyone's story is different. That's true.
So, like, even if they have the parent you have, doesn't mean that they will be able to feel the shoe the way you feel.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I'm saying that. And that's why I say the hard time is what comes with the package. I wouldn't say they deserve it, but it's what comes with the package of their life and the way they've had to navigate parenthood.
Yep.
And it couldn't have been easy for them. Being pastors and raising and coming from Nigeria, immigrating from Nigeria and raising children in this new world comes with a whole complex of issues in itself. Do you understand what I mean? And unfortunately, because they are human, there are certain things that they will overlook. There are certain things that they will neglect in their child. There are certain things that they will not get right. And because of that, that will result in the consequence of their child maybe giving them a hard time. So
I think it's better the way you put it.
It is what it is. Do you understand? That's just life. Do you understand?
That's life.
But what I'm trying to train myself and tell myself now is just teach myself that's just life, that your parents deserve the very best of you. So even if you may feel a certain type of way about maybe certain things you thought was overlooked or maybe certain things they may not have done properly, like they still deserve the best of you. Fact. Because they gave you the best of themselves. Fact. And the best of themselves may not have been what was necessarily perfect for you, but I guess understanding that I wasn't abused, I wasn't neglected, there was no one went out of their way to cause me intentional harm. Does that make sense? Yep. There was no wicked intent. Honestly, even though it's the bare minimum, it's a blessing. Do you understand what I mean? Yep. Because unfortunately, there are parents who aren't able to overcome their demons and they pass that into their children. Fact. Do you understand what I mean? Fact. Whether that's drunkenness, whether that's drug abuse, whether that's abuse on their partner, whether that's sexual abuse. They have all these demons that they're carrying, and unfortunately, they're unable to do the work to kill those demons, and they are transferring it to their children.
I mean, everything your parents have is transferable. And every action they take, they use that to transfer it.
Yeah.
So whatever way you treat a parent is treating a child is a means of transferring whatever that is within them. So if whatever a child is becoming, check within yourself to realize that you have a package of it inside. A child only amplify what you give to them.
As in, yeah, it's like this person showing a behavior. Did it come from me? Where did it come from?
Check within. If most people, most parents check within, they will realize that the habit that the child is exhibiting is the upgraded version of themselves.
Yeah, for sure. An amplified version.
Amplified
for
version.
Sure.
And that's the thing. It can either fall in a good way or in a bad way. Whatever you have inside of you, your child will double it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So if you're somebody that you're constantly cursing your child, you just start seeing that your child will be cursing and be cursing. They will amplify it.
And be cussing you,
because
child.
They are
you sowed the seed.
They are living by the curse, so they have to give back the curse. Wait, did I just say something good?
You did. It's not even that. It's not even that. It's not by their choice. They're just manifesting what you call them their whole lives, and now it's coming back on you. Oh,
that's life, bro.
Oh,
calm down now. Like.
That's why words are so powerful. As much as parents can do a lot, parents are honestly just trying.
They're human beings.
They're just trying their best, child.
I love the fact that you mentioned that they are trying their best, because I've come to the realization of everybody's trying.
Well, some parents aren't trying. I'm sorry.
I mean, I know some of them, they are doing orikori.
Some parents aren't trying. I'm so sorry.
But at the same time,
some parents deserve their kids to be taken away from them.
Don't say that. That's sensitive stuff.
And I don't care.
Oh God, Sam. Oh God.
I don't care. You don't want to change. You're ready to change. Every day, drink. Every day, come home. After you've drank with the boys, you want to come home and bash up your wife, bash up your wife, bash up your wife. No, baby girl, no, it wasn't like that, baby girl. It wasn't like that, baby girl. It's just me and your mum. Sometimes you know if I shut up. Shut up. Go and get a hotel. Go and stay there. Go and find a therapist. Do what you need to do. Leave the house in peace for a little bit. Let them rest.
Sam, you know the way you just shouted just now? I echoed into this one. Let
the kids rest. Ow!
But that's true though. Some men are causing...
pouring out the pain on your family. Like, take... I don't think it's an... And do you know what? I feel like sometimes... speaking specifically about men now, I honestly don't think sometimes women help. I can't lie to you. And the reason why I say that is there's this narrative of, oh, keep trying again. And when I say keep trying again, and I
expecting a magic to happen.
Right. And it's like you're actually putting that man back in the situation that keeps triggering him.
Ooh.
He's not in a place right now that he can handle his family. Because what we're not going to do is write people off. Right? It's just right now, he's not in a place where he can handle his family. So...
Then why are you harboring him?
It's not about keep trying again. Keep trying again. Because he can't handle his kids right now. He can't handle his wife. We have to... I think there just needs to be a different approach. It's... And this is my issue with the toxicity of men. They don't want to get the guy help. Just keep trying again.
Pray.
That's the narrative. Okay, you need to be stronger. Go into the fire again. Fire we know you can't handle. You were burnt the first time. My solution to you, because you're a man, is go back in the fire. You will get stronger. No, you won't. You will add to that fire.
Fact.
It will destroy that man even more.
Yep.
We think because men don't need help, we send them back into the fire. Where they're just they're becoming more wicked. They're becoming more evil. Their hearts are getting more hardened. There's no help for them. Put that man in rehab. Get him the help he needs. And there's this whole narrative of, why can't he save himself? Well, he can't. My issue is, if you want to save him, you telling him to go back into the fire that's harming him is not going to save him.
Or harboring him.
Harboring what?
Like keeping him close enough.
Yeah,
thinking
that's not going to save.
You know,
he's going to change. God. He's going to change. He's going to change. Well, he's not. What's the next approach?
No, I agree. More agree. A man, when you are
Something is broken. We can't keep
Man,
putting
this
something
girl
that's
are
broken
breaking
in the
that
same situation that's broken him. The man is snapped. Okay, how do we make amends? Putting him back in the same... He's not even in the right man to even make amends for himself. We're talking about a person that is finished here. We're talking to a person that has come to the end of themselves. Do you understand what I mean? When you come to the end of yourself, you can't even see clearly. You don't even see the wrong and the pain that you're causing sometimes.
fact.
I'm talking about the people who surround this man that say they love him, but they don't understand manhood enough to understand that if you keep putting him back in this fire, you're causing yourself harm and you're causing him more harm. You're losing him more.
Yeah.
If you really want to save this man and you don't want to put him out into the wind, get him help. Genuine help. Get him therapy. After you've tried all you have tried and he still wants to come to the end of his life, so be it. At least you tried what you can try. My thing is, allowing him to come back into that situation is not helping him.
Fact. More agree.
Hell no. I don't think so.
I just feel like a lot of women, some men, they're adding to some men problem thinking that they're actually helping them.
Yeah.
So why do I say that? I just feel like some women thinking that, okay, let me pray. If I pray, the more I pray, his life will change. You know, that thing is actually painful to be hearing. I feel like, people are using prayer, the word prayer, as a tool whereby,
it's a cop-out. It's a cop-out.
More like boy, man.
It's a cop-out.
You are the English.
It's a
I can't say.
cop-out. Some of you man are praying because you're pussies. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is.
Oh, God.
Because you've refused to give yourself the power to take action. God has already given you what you want. Oh, I still need to pray. I still need to seek direction. Hell no, you don't. You have your answer. But you don't want to take it. Because you're scared. You're afraid. That's what faith is. It's the complete opposite of faith. There's a reason why God told us to walk in faith. But no, I must keep praying. It's procrastination. Your prayer is procrastination, bro.
Sam, there's a better way you could have said this thing, but you chose to say it that way.
Your prayer is procrastination. Take the freaking step, man. You know what's next. You didn't even have to pray for that. You were so clear on the next direction, but fam, no. I have to pray.
Let me go and pray.
I have to pray.
Libra, Landa, Lever.
Some of you people are praying because you don't want to take the action you know you're supposed to take. I'm so sorry.
You're too scared.
You're very clear. You're very clear on the action.
And the action is causing a massive damage to your home, and you're not realizing.
You're very clear.
I personally see this
because
way.
how many times have you prayed? How long will you pray? You want to pray 100 times before God answers you. Wisdom is a real thing.
Fact.
Wisdom is a real... You don't have to pray before you have wisdom.
Oh, God.
Wisdom is a real thing. We've put to death so much of the power of God because we feel like everything every small... Wisdom is a real thing.
Actually,
this sounds like blasphemy, but I really don't think it is. I'm so sorry.
No, no. You that's true.
Wisdom is such a real thing.
You need to...
People use prayer as an excuse not to move. I'm so sorry.
You're that fine.
Not to move.
You're praying for food to come on your table, but you're not putting in the work.
Go and fetch food. My God. This is getting a bit preachy. If Peter did not cast his net, he would have never caught that abundance of fish. He needed to cast the net.
Yes.
If he said, oh no, I don't want to cast... The thing is, he was found... The only reason why Jesus was able to meet him in a place of abundance because he was found working in the first place.
I knew you that one.
He was found working. That man was laboring all night and day. He couldn't find fish, but he showed up.
Fact.
Some of you are using prayer as an excuse not to show up.
They will not show up. They won't be praying. Take action rather than just praying. Praying without action is nothing.
Yeah.
If you pray, and you don't take action, it's just like you're praying that God give me food, and you're waiting for one magic to come and put food on your table. Nah, that's not gonna work. But if you take action while you're praying, that's when you can get a result. So if your man or your woman is violent or is doing the madness in the house, you're not divorcing. separating is not a problem. For him to reset his brain and then understand, because the longer he is in the house, he will never realize his error.
Never realize his error. Because
it will feel, one thing is, people get so comfortable enough to believe that you condone their behavior. They feel so okay because they feel like maybe you're okay with how they are. Meanwhile, they don't understand that the damage itself is on the children.
Yeah. So moving forward this year, me and Sev, as much as we love coming on the podcast set, having no idea what we're going to talk about, we kind of want to have a little bit more structure to the episodes. So one thing we want to start doing is getting you guys involved, because there's so many of you. You guys are commenting, you guys are sharing, you guys are liking, and me and Sev are really feeling the love. And it's about time that we started making this a proper community.
Yeah.
So every other episode, we're going to have a segment at the beginning of the episode that we call the audience files. And basically what this is a kind of reoccurring segment where you guys will submit entries under a specific theme or prompt that we will provide you that week. The entries can range from confessions to dilemmas to wild stories or answers to philosophical questions. Because one thing me and you love is a philosophical question. So we know a lot of podcasts do things like dilemmas, they do things like confessions, but we kind of wanted to mix things up a little bit.
Yep.
So maybe 1 week is a philosophical question, maybe 1 week is a confession, maybe 1 week it's a dilemma. Maybe 1 week is a question in the form of like when was a random silly question, like what's been the worst way someone broke up with you, you know? That's a more kind of shits and gig-esque kind of question, but it's going to change every single time. But the whole kind of segment is going to be called the audience files. The one thing I really like, and I think we're going to do a lot of, is kind of philosophical questions. For example, if you could ask one question to your future self, what would it be? So it will always be in the form of questions. It will always be in the form of some sort of confessions, and things like that. But it will be a question that just won't kind of inquire like a funny reaction, but maybe a really deep-seated conversation as well. So please follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok, because that is where we are going to be posting those questions. And we really, really, really hope you guys get involved. Send in your responses, because I promise you we'll make the episode so juicy.
Absolutely.
We're at a point where we need your help. You're here now, so you're coming with us on this journey.
Yeah, coming with us.
By fire, by force. And we want to get to know you guys.
Oh, yes.
And we want this to be a space where we can heal, where we can grow, and where we can do life together.
Yes.
And the only way we can do life together is if we have your stories and we give our perspective. And hopefully we share a bit of our stories.
Oh, yes.
Well,
there would be a time whereby, I mean, because obviously we are planning to also go on lives.
Yes.
So hopefully we get to, you get to ask us questions and we get to give you answers on lives as well. So that's one of the things we're also looking at. And hence why we are looking to getting you guys on board as soon as possible.
Yes.
And then so that we can both rub minds together in terms of ideas and what you guys think would help us to grow this community.
Yes. Just one more thing from me, guys. You've probably been looking at me this episode and been thinking, what is that hoodie you're wearing? You're probably thinking, damn, Sam, you look so cool. This hoodie belongs to, this is not like a personal sponsorship, by the way. This is just me trying to be a lovely older brother and shouting out my little brother who started a clothing line, and I'm currently wearing his hoodie. This hoodie is it's called I'm Just a Vessel. I don't know if you can read it from there.
Just a vessel.
Just a vessel. Let me pose it for you, darling. It's got a nice hood, darling. Ah! And basically, this hoodie has just gone live. Well, you're going to be watching this on Tuesday. So in your case, last weekend. So this weekend that we're recording, it's just gone live on the website. It's limited stock. So if you love the hoodie, it's comfortable, it's warm. Guys, run up that shop. If you like it.
Good fabric as well.
Yes. If you like it, go get it. Go get it. Go get it before it sells out, baby. Seth really wants to say thank you to the brand that gifted us last weekend. As you can see, he's wearing a little grey get-up. A little cute little something. And he just wanted to say, shout out to the people who gifted us.
Hera,
baby. This is not a paid promotion, by the way.
No, this is not a paid promotion.
I
just love it.
So, to be honest, like, this is new for us. For a company to reach out and be like, we just want to gift you items. We were very gassed. And he really said, Sam, I feel like we should just say a personal thank you. Even though for them it's probably business, but it's appreciated at the end of the day. But this is not a paid promotion, guys. You don't need to go and get the clothes. He just wanted to say thank you. Okay, guys, we are going to close out. It's been real. Thank you for joining us. If you're new here, we're sorry about the chaos, but maybe we'll come correct next episode. Okay. If you're not new here and you already know what it's about, we love you. Keep watching, keep sharing. Make sure you're commenting on Spotify. Make sure you're liking on all the platforms, guys. Keep sharing our reels. Let's grow our community big time, okay? Yes. So, do you have anything? We don't have a quote for the week. Guys, we're bringing back quote of the week next episode. Trust me. Fact. Say something. Give them an encouragement.
We're bringing back quote of the week.
Next episode. Give them an encouragement
and
for the
steady.
Week. Give them an encouragement for the week since we don't have a quote. Just say anything.
Anything.
Yeah, what's on your heart before we sign out? What's on your heart?
What's on my heart?
Yes.
Enjoy.
Break up with them. That's what's on my heart. Break up with them. It's not because you've been with them for too long. You that's watching this video. Break up with them. Sam? Leave them alone. Ow! How much do you want to take from them? Break up. Break up with them. Break up. How much do you want your boundaries to be crossed? Enough. Break up with them. What did I say?
If anybody stress you, block. If they do
we're not utilizing the block enough. It's a weapon. Use the weapon of blocking someone. Block them.
Wow, violent. You're very violent. Block
them.
Block anybody blockable.
And if they call your mother to say, oh, sorry, it's thingy there, block them on your mother's phone as well. Break up with them.
I'm not doing this with you.
Why are you still doing it? Sit down. In fact, use your mic. Use mic. Break up.
It's 11 o'clock.
Enough is enough. In fact, don't say anything. Just leave. Just walk out. Enough is enough. You don't respect yourself. Baboon. Do better.
Sign out, guys. Peace. We love
Bye,
you.
guys.
Enjoy yourself. Take care.